Let's see. Oh, time is it? 10:30. Everybody's missed a spot shaving this morning. Well, where's everybody? Who goes there? Who goes there? Darius, first one in. Jeremy, what's up, dudes? I am stayed up here late last night trying to get these baits done. It's a baby stash now, Kyle. It hadn't grown out, but it's getting there. I missed it, so I am unboxing the Epic Shads. They're done, and they are going to quit with the cop stash. I'm just trying to get it out, man. Jen, it was nice this morning, a little breezy, but we're about to have thunderstorms this afternoon, and supposed to get cold again. Not real cold, but like 40s. So, but I would say pleasant. I'd say the weather's pretty pleasant. Not great painting weather because the humidity is through the roof, but that is quite normal for here. Nothing I'm not used to dealing with, no matter how much of a pain in the ass it is. It's just something we have to deal with here. So, another day in the South. Kyle, y'all just got blasted. James, what's up, dude? Nate is coming back. It's not solid yet. It's pretty weak, but two confirmed tornadoes in Alabama, in southwest Alabama. That's where I live. I haven't heard any tornadic rumors. Maybe I should watch the damn weather. I watched it earlier. I hadn't got any notifications on my phone either. But it didn't feel tornadic to me today. Not to say that we're not immune to it. It just, I don't know. Whenever those tornadoes start dropping, I feel like you can almost tell, like, the weather. It's got a different feel to it. Like the wind was blowing this morning, and it was kind of cool, and it was like, it just didn't feel twistery. But I say that, and we'll get a damn pile of them drop, but I hope not. I think the crispness in the breeze is what didn't have my tornado alarm up. 71 in the SIP. Cold front coming through here today. Would love to be on the lake instead of working. No shit, Rebel Bastard. No shit. Me too. That would be great. We got other weather reports. Jeremy Conkerite said he's had tornado sirens going off all around him. Better throw the purple spinnerbait under the bridge during the tornado. Good tip. 60s and thunderstorms here last night. Cold front came through, and sleet and freezing rain about an hour north from here. I don't think it's going to get that cold here. Kyle, I'm with you. I would take a hurricane any day than a tornado. You at least have days to know a hurricane is coming. Tornado, they just get you. They just drop on your ass. I will say it's freaky though if you're out in the Gulf and you're a kid, even adults. But the first time you have to deal with a water spout or you see a water spout, because like I remember the first time I went out there, like in the Gulf as a kid, and saw a water spout, I like panicked. I was like, "What the fuck is that?" And guys with water spouts are like very chill. Like, oh, it's just a water spout. We'll run away from it. But like in my brain is like you can't get away from that. Uh, I know I sound like an old codger when I say this, and it's not about LiveScope. Um, it seems like Kyle, you might be able to relate to this maybe. Um, when I was a kid, I don't ever remember tornadoes, having tornadoes in Alabama. Like that was like Wizard of Oz shit. Like Oklahoma, Kansas, North Texas, like that was like where tornadoes lived. Um, but then, like in the last like 6, 7 years, 10 years, it seems like you would get them more in like North Alabama, like that real bad one came through Tuscaloosa. And then like they started like creeping farther south, and we started getting more tornadoes here. Uh, Doug, do you remember tornadoes when you were a kid? Like I don't ever remember like like warnings or like ever seeing or hearing about damage from tornadoes. See, all right, I have Doug confirmation. He's from the same city, and he says he has no recollection of ever dealing with tornadoes. I'll have to I'll have to ask Manson Monday night if there's some weather machine that's out to get the South creating these tornadoes. It's probably because the southern states are typically red, so there's some higher power that's controlling these. Just kidding. I'm sure somebody believes that. Only during a hurricane. Yeah. You get spinoffs of the from the hurricane. So I don't know what I don't. I need to talk to like a meteorologist and be like, yo, what's up with this, dude? Maybe I'll submit a question to WKRG News 5 and say, hey, weather person, I need a little history on naders. When I was a year old, our house got leveled by a nader with us in it. Don't remember anything about it. Took like 9 months to rebuild the place. Damn, dude. I bet your damn. Did your parents go in like a closet? I can remember one tornado as a kid. It ripped through a river bottom that I fished growing up. That doesn't sound like fun. Same neighborhood has been hit like 3 or 4 times since. I don't think anywhere as near as destructive. It sounds like not a great place to live. Sounds like a neighborhood I would try to be moving out of. Where's Eric? We're in the bathtub. That's a good place. All they do is blame it on global warming every time a cow farts. Yeah. Yeah. Anybody name that color? Morgan can. Morgan can. What are these? Okay. Everybody looks good. Fast tornado I've seen was Hurricane Gustav. The last 7 to 8 years, they've been more common. Yeah, growing up, I remember having lots of. I remember boogie boarding in the Gulf of Mexico during Hurricane Aaron. I think like Hurricane Aaron was in the Gulf, and it was coming in, and it was like 2 days out, but it had already started to surge, and they they we were out there boarding up, where my dad and his friend were boarding up his beach house windows, getting ready for the hurricane. What did the kids go do? They go out there, and waves are real good. Y'all should go boogie board with a freaking rip current that's like none other. But I remember being out there and looking at the sky, and the sky in the Gulf was like black, but the waves were freaking awesome. You could have actually surfed. Ooh, Jeremy's got a tin roof. I didn't understand that basements in houses were not as standard as they are here. No, AJ, they're not. It depends on how close, what your house relativity to sea level is. It would kind of suck to be in a basement and then fill up with water. We played in Hurricane Andrew as a kid. Yeah, see, it wasn't too odd to play in Hurricane Surges. Yeah, Anthony, it's coming back. It's short. The only reason it looks long is because I've trimmed this so short. So I was missing it. So I said I'm just gonna give the imposter stash. Every time I'd look at myself in one of these lives, I was like, you look kind of weird with just a beard, which I've had a beard my whole life. So, and I never understood it. Like when I was growing up, my dad always had a beard, and he used to always talk about not having not shaved in like 20 years. Like I haven't seen my face in 15 years or something. And I was like, it seems kind of weird. But now that I look back, it's like I haven't seen mine in that long. Which he never had like a damn ZZ Top beard or anything. It was about, pretty decent length, not nothing crazy. But uh, ground is also soft here. There's like 4 rocks in the whole state. Really? Well, I guess where we hunt in Kansas is in the is in the Flint Hills, so it's very rocky. Not much, not much ag going on over there. Where's Travis Stearman? He can tell us about the rest of Kansas, what its ground density is. I made I did, Burns. I got shit to do, bro. I I gotta get these. I gotta get these in the mail. Hopefully before noon is what I'm aiming for. I always feel like if I get them before noon, they get in the mail faster. I don't know if there's any truth to that. I think somebody told me that one time that they have 2 pickups. It's like one that's before noon, and then they have one like late in the day. I don't know if that's still a thing or not. AJ, can you confirm or deny that the U.S. Post Office, if you drop your package off before noon, that it will leave before midnight? I can't remember the last time I've been clean shaved. My youngest is 8 and never seen me without a beard. Yeah, that's probably, I'll probably go on another tear and be with facial hair for a while, to where the baby, it'll be her 5th birthday before she sees me clean shaved. All right, Burnsy wants to see the colors. Let me get this last one unmasked. And I will say, for anybody out there, who is watching me do what I'm doing right now, this is not the proper way to this is not the proper time to unmask a newly cleared crankbait bill. I waited too long, so I was up here clear coating these late, and I didn't want to wait another 45 minutes to sit there and peel all the damn clear coat off. So I mean all the masking tape off. So here I am. You have to if I do it after they're clear coated, it's quick, and it's usually you get a really clean separation from your clear coat because it's still soft. Tape pulls away good. And yeah, it's the best way to unmask a crankbait bill after it's been cleared, is when the clear is still hasn't set completely. That way you get a smooth clean masking line. So this, by doing it this way, later I have to score where the masking tape is against the paint, so it doesn't pull away the clear in the paint. So that's that. If you just start pulling tape off now after the clear set, you're in a world of shit. It's not going to look nice. It is not going to look nice. All right. So Burnsy wants to see. Burns, I don't know, bro. Guys, really burning my ass up. I can't get the Burnsy Tacklecraft OGs from 10 years ago done. All right, we'll start with the most boring. We'll start with lamest first. Orange belly, black back, eyes, big abrasive gill mark dot. All right, I got that one. Next up, Bomber Silver Shad. Y'all remember this color? If you're an old bomber thrower from back when, you probably recognize this. If you had some old wooden bomber whatevers, you probably remember this color. Even any of the they used to make this in the A series. Awesome color. They changed. I don't know that they even make this color anymore, but it was if you threw bombers, you probably threw that color because it was the shit. All right, next. Throwback Throwback to a Bagley color. Texas Shad. Maybe that's what it was called. I always thought it was called Silver Shad, but they might have renamed it or changed the name. Next one, Bagley color. Goes by the name YP. Yellow perch, I'm guessing. Yellow, that's what I always called it. It was just YP. I don't know what YP stood for. But it was similar to an 09, but different. So I can go get one off the wall if you'd like to see an original. Damn, dude. I got close and I didn't even take a bait back there. This is pretty fucking good. I'll toot my own horn on this one because I did it from memory, and I just mixed a bunch of paint together to try and like see what I could get close to. And I rang the damn bell, bro. I don't know if Instagram, it looks like ass, but that is pretty damn accurate. That is pretty damn accurate. So, if you like yellow perch, there you go. I've done this for Eric before. It's kind of a Kyle said Texas Shad had light blue and pink. Okay, maybe it was Silver Shad. I think it was Silver Shad. I don't know. I don't want to get into a color pissing contest with Burns, but who the hell knows? I think I looked up Silver Shad and that color popped up, but painted this color for Eric, and we just kind of called it a herring color. It's got the olive green back, kind of the real light blue. It's kind of Ozarky, but different. The colors, different color shades, but olive back. That is the herring. Burnsy, you'll probably recognize this one. Famous foiled Ed Chambers color. White Knight. It's got the holographic glitter on it, holographic silver foil, which Ed did not do, but Burnsy did. So there you go. White Knight. White Knight. Next, another famous color in the woodbait world that all the guys like to pitch tents over. Sun Granny. There you go. You want to pop a chub? There you go. You can have your Sun Granny fixation. And it's bright. Like, it might not look like it on camera, but this thing is neon. It looks kind of gold, but I rest assured, you can go to bed tonight knowing that if you get one of these, that son of a bitch is bright. It looks good on Instagram. Instagram can see the brightness. So, Anthony, he's eggplanted up. All it took was a Sun Granny, and he said, I've seen enough. And my personal favorite from the lot, Burns, this should You should have a TP after this one. Plemons. Pretty damn sexy. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how many of these are gonna how many of these are gonna go out into the world, or how many Eric will keep. Or what. So roll the dice. He might get them and say, y'all eat a dick. I'm keeping all these. He might open the box and get full on throbber on his hands and not know what to do. And say, these ain't leaving. These ain't leaving the lab. Jeremy, no. I don't think these are I think that would have been a waste of my efforts on that bait. It's a lot for Burns to build because they're massive. Take some time. I think you just got to go with the classics. The classics. And I think Eric actually painted himself up a few in the last previous batches, so he's probably good to go on June bugs. Hell, knowing that guy, he'll take a damn foiled Plemons and put some bullshit on it. He might turn this into a damn June bug. You never know with that damn dude. There he is. Eric, are you gonna deface any of these epic shads? Speak of the devil and he shall appear. You heard us talking about him. The older the berry, the sweeter the juice. Plemons is fire. Somebody asked me, Eric, why didn't I paint any June bugs? And I said, Eric will probably take one of these beautiful Plemons baits and smear fucking June bug paint all over it. And paint the lip purple. E's ears were ringing. Yeah, they were. All right, I got to go through them again. Sorry if you have to. If your meat can't handle it, Eric. I didn't know how good I did on this. But I matched this from memory, and it is insanely close. The only thing I did different is I added a little bit of an orange belly because I know you would have done it anyway with your crummy little nail airbrush brush art thing. So let's see if I can get these to show up similarly. The Viagra series could be. So this was strictly done off of memory, and it is pretty damn close. No charge for the broken Balsa B3, but it is strikingly close. So there's the YP. Here's your, as Eric likes to call it, the Tidal Water Killer. For use on the tube, we got the gold, the bomber, silver bomber. That one looks nice. We got the herring again. Ow. We got the white knight, holographic white knight. You got glitter smeared all over that damn thing. Where's that one? Which one did I show? We got the sun granny, orange belly as always, and personal fave, the Plemons. Foiled Plemons. Burns, what's your favorite? Or anybody else for that matter? EE is on the dark side. Eric, why aren't you on the tube? The golden black back with the orange belly is the juice on Dardanelle when it's time to go yank a lipless around in pad stems. Morgan, what lipless would you throw around pad stems? I'd throw a Cordell Spot. What do you throw? Just out of curiosity. Or does it matter? Have you found there's one bait that is particularly better around pad stems? And I would assume you'd have to throw braid. Nate said yellow perch YP will get you paid. Yeah, I'm actually sickeningly shocked at how accurate this is. For not having one, I don't think I could have matched this closer if I would have had one with me. And the fact that it was done just like looking at the color is pretty damn good. Like just looking at the paint in the cup. Oh, Eric's on the YouTubes. Morgan, y'all don't throw anything cool. James votes for the White Knight. So we have one vote for the White Knight. And it's sparkly. It's sparkly. I don't know if you can see it, but it's sparkly. The belly sparkles too. Very sparkly. Spro Aruku shad catches big ones. I like the 3/8 ounce Aruku. I don't care much for the bigger ones. I do like the 3/8 ounce. You should have dropped them, TK. I would have got some of them. I'm not even a big crank guy. Yeah, sorry, Eric. I'm not mailing these to you. I'm just going to put them on the website. I'll send you a check. You don't have to ship them. We're releasing them now. Go with the olive greenback for fishing, just for eye candy. Plemons. Yeah. I mean the Plemons though, it's got everything going for it. I mean, it's got the chartreuse flash, it's got the foil, but it's not too much chartreuse. It's got a lot on its side. 9/8 is the biggest I've caught on the half ouncer. That's a damn beast for a lipless, dude. That is a damn beast for a lipless. Real big. How deep was that fish, Rebel Basser? I live in the land of XR50s. Everyone here still has them from all the guys working at Pradco. Oh, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Uh-oh. Hail's hitting the tin roof. Burns said they'd already be sold out, and I hadn't even listed them yet. Throw the XR75 at Ouachita. I have I've got two sitting up there that are just collecting dust. The 75s. One is Royal Shad, and the other is Foxy Shad. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know. I had something in my brain that thought I needed 3/4 ounce traps, but they never got much use out of me. Pre-spawn, get to some of that deeper grass. I didn't know y'all had grass. I didn't know y'all had deep grass. Lipless in the pad stems. So would a lipless in pad stems outperform a chatterbait at times or a swim jig? Morgan, you're an Instagram trader. You left Bernsey over here with his 4 friends. Might need them when you go to Raven or Toledo. You're right. You're right. That's why I keep all this shit around, because I think, you know what? At some point, I might need some of this stuff. That was part of the that was part of where the horde started, because I aspired to fish for a living, and I thought, okay, if I don't, I might not use this right now, but when I hit the trail, when I hit the top 150 trail in my Suburban and my Ranger Comanche, I might need this somewhere across the country. I might need these XR 75s or whatever bullshit I had. So I would like keep stuff around that and buy stuff that I might not necessarily use at the time, but that I thought I might need in the future. And you still kind of, I still kind of pull shit, figure out shit where you're like, oh, I could probably use that here. But that's what's really crazy about, and I'm sure most of y'all are like this. If you keep like lots of tackle or whatever from your youth or younger years, um, uh, you get out there on the water and you're like looking at the water clarity and the kind of the conditions, dude. My mind will go and like warp to like 1999 and think, this water looks right for that like grape tiger shad bandit. Like today's the day for that. And like I don't know where it comes from, but like you see the right conditions, and like you buy a bait and you don't know when necessarily you're going to throw it. Like you go throw it, you might not get a bite on it, but you're like, all right, I'm not going to give up on this. But then like 15 years later, your mind goes back to that bait and you're like, today's the day. It's going to work. And then you go out there and like wreck them on it. And it's like, put it down, never throw it again for another 10 years. But I hoard because of the fear of the discontinued nature of lures. That's true. That's true. Anytime I've tried to hoard because I thought something was going to be like a good investment to have like discontinued stuff, or anything that I want to buy in volume, nobody seemingly cares about. You know what I mean? Like anytime I bought a ton of something, it never ended up being like valuable at all. But 3/4 ounce trap and pad stems with the rod tip up, goes through stems better than a small one, doesn't get hung up as much. There you go. Seems like if I'm going to smoke them, it would be on a trap, but day in and day out, the bladed jig is a consistent producer. Kyle, do I fish traps around cypress trees? No. Eric hoards because he can. I think Eric would have he would have a nice collection if he were living under a bridge. I think all those little homeless amigos sitting under the bridge would be like, Eric, quit showing me your crankbaits. I'm about to throw them in this damn bum fire down here in this 55-gallon drum if you don't shut up. I'm going to take your 5 crankbaits and warm myself with them. Ouachita used to be full of grass, Gunnersville type mats. They killed most of it, but it's coming back. Some lakes around here do have grass, so that's nice to know. I'll hoard to fill the hole in my fishing heart. Nothing sadder than a bassin' man that ain't bassin' 5 months a year. Well, time to move. Time to become a snowbird, Eric. Time to become a snowbird. You need a camper, an RV. Then you can just drive around wherever you want and live in the RV. Like I said before, lures are equivalent to stocks. Watch the lures that do well on the tours. Price increase on eBay when out of stock in retailers. That's the time to sell on eBay for crazy prices. Very true. Very true. The craziest I've seen was the Randy Howell Classic at Gunnersville when he won on the DT6 Demon. Like you couldn't get DT6 Demons because people went out and rushed out and bought them. But if you could paint at all, and you could get something that kind of looked like it, people couldn't handle it. Dude. So I gotta have something that's kind of close. Casey's the only one that stuck with Burns on the gram. Eric left Burnsy on the gram, and Burnsy's feeling lonely. Morgan, did you buy it after that tournament? Did you buy them on eBay for $45 a piece? All right, Eric, I gotta get the old wrapping paper out so I can wrap these damn baits up and get them in the mail. 1, 2, 3, 4 sheets should be enough. Do this. Had some beforehand. I didn't get into the. Apparently, the one color that I loved in the DT series, specifically the 6, that I hoarded, nobody seems to give a rat's ass about. And to me, it's the best color that they've ever made in a DT6. But what do I know? What do I know? I'm just a failed pro angler that paints fishing lures. I hope this is big enough. I forget these baits are real big. And now we're going to open this up, hopefully find the middle. Oh, that's a teeny piece. That won't work. This is something I need to find to buy. Is already like small packaging paper or some sort of little sleeve or something that's padded, or a little soft pouch, little foam pouch that I could just stuff baits in, and I have to cut this stupid paper. It takes forever. And I don't like tissue paper because it's very hard to deal with. But it works really good. It gets the job done. But it looks like shit when you get your box if I have to wrap up all your baits in this damn paper. All right. Oh, I'm gonna have to get off the gram. I was putting square bills in Demon DT4s by the dozen for a while. Really? Was that post Howell's Classic? I missed some comments here. Morgan got his baits from Burns, then left high and dry. Then I just hoarded more. I was throwing them, not trying to flip them. Didn't Randy do the whole it was Livingston thing, but everybody figured out, Jeremy, I think we all know who the true shining star of that classic win was, and it certainly wasn't the howler. He'll I think he preaches that it was still the bait was the howler, but I don't remember the howler being out of stock. I do remember the DT. I used to do the same thing with them on Dardanelle and the bridges, so I had a good stash already. I saw someone had RK crawlers in Stone Cold in stock. I thought about buying them just to paint over them. Is that your color? Jeremy, it probably works because I stole it from AJ. Let me look. I'm not on StreamYard, so I can't screen share. Rock crawler. What's it called? Stone Cold. Let's look. Never seen anybody else put a square bill in a DT4. Oh, wow. No, they didn't steal that from you, I don't think. But it damn sure is ugly. Wow. Way to go, Spro. Way to go, Spro. You released another really shitty looking color. Congrats. You should be proud. My partner at the time ran out and bought the howler, and I don't think I ever saw him catch a fish. I've had one guy send me. I've gotten a few from time to time. I had a guy down here that threw some Livingston bait, but I had one dude that had a damn pile of them, and I asked him, like, he sent me like 30 of these things to paint, and I asked him, I was like, "You throw these things because they chirp?" And he's like, "No, I was like a rep for somebody, or I was a rep for whatever, and they sent me like I used to just get them, cheap or something." He's like, or they were like rejects that the like chirp didn't work in them, and I bought them. He's like, half the chirpers don't work, but he's like, they catch fish on them. Okay. My lunker bunker is definitely a hoarding situation in an organized fashion. Showed my wife Eric's video that Travis posted on his channel a while back. She has nothing to complain about. Good move. That's what everybody's using Eric now as a get out of jail free card with their old lady to be like, look, I don't have that much stuff. Look at this guy. Look at this maniac stuff. It's not the same, but it was released the season after they shared my picture. I think they just fucked up the color. That wouldn't surprise me. But maybe there was somebody with a little bit of a heart that said, you know what, we like what this dude did. Let's do our spin on it. No, this is the fishing industry. Of course not. They just fucked up. Eric is in the elite class of bait hoarding. Is that Eric? Are you offended by the word, the H word? When you hear that, do you think, I'm not a hoarder, which is the first rule of hoarding, denying that you're a hoarder? I don't think Eric denies it. I think there's probably just worse words. or better, there's probably a better term that you could use that doesn't sound as harsh as hoard. Collect. I would consider a collector. Hoarder and proud of it. He embraces the H word. It's not, let's see. Norman had an old color like that. I will say I helped in repopularizing the color. What was that color called, AJ? Jeremy, you throw that ugly ass thing? You're nuts. Burns, do you have a crankbait collection, or do you just have tons of wood baits everywhere? Enthusiast. That's a good word. That is a good word. I use enthusiast about myself and you dudes that are like-minded in the painting world and the detail world of fishing lures and such. I would consider us enthusiasts because it's borderline insanity, but not at the highest level, not certifiable. Eric can't out-hoard the museum curator of Burns baits. I tossed a couple of thousand balsa bodies a few years ago. Wait a minute. Tossed a couple of thousand balsa bodies a few years ago. Does that mean you tossed them in the trash? Completed baits or non-completed baits? Burns says his wood bait collection is small because he doesn't give a shit. There you go. If he needs something, he just built it. No need to go out and. Well, that's the same thing with me. Like I thought at one point, in my younger days, that I wanted everything. I wanted to just paint everything I owned, and then I realized, I was like, no. Like if I need something painted, I'll just go paint it when I need it. I'm not gonna, because I knew I would probably like phase out of whatever phase I was in, and I was, I didn't want to have 10 original RC 1.5s that I'd painted in some shitty water-based epoxy paint job, and then get older and be like, why did you do this? So I was looking at my future self thinking, future self probably wouldn't appreciate you painting over all these baits. So just maybe do one. Dan, that's smart. Rather than get tattoos, I just get t-shirt designs made. Morgan, you were painting the Stone Cold color. It's pretty bad. I had a 13-gallon trash bag full of bodies that I had carved over the years and was never going to use. In the dumpster they went. Burns, that is such a waste, dude. That is such a waste. I wish you would send them to me because I would have made some sort of I would have put them on a board and framed them and just made like a table out of them. That would have been even cooler. Make a like frame out a tabletop and then just put those as an insert and then do that like epoxy tabletop and just have because I could have put the old man on that project and he would have made that happen. I'll tell you who didn't botch it. 12 plus 1 fishing. They hit it on the head. Kyle wants to know, where is this dump site with all the balsa baits at? Forget the Mammoth Tusk expedition. We are going on a Burns bait expedition. Dude, just think if somebody found them that like fished and they're like, holy shit, look at all these crankbaits. And then you start seeing like Burns version 2 pop out. This guy just sat around and made it his life goal to complete all of Burns's crankbaits. Those bodies are rubble now, unfortunately. That's a lot of Burns. I'm surprised you didn't have like a bonfire or something out in your yard, or something that was a little more ritualistic in fashion. You know what I mean? That's a lot of that's a lot of years, a lot of hard work to just take to the dump. I would have thought it'd been more fun to burn, since that's your namesake. Burn, pun intended. Need some tape. Sorry for your ears. You have burned your fair share of balsa. I would think that would be the most respectful way to send the old shitty balsa bodies down the road. I would think that would be pretty fun. I would think that would be pretty titillating, knowing that you had like years of work sitting there, and then to just watch it all burn in your fire pit outside. I have a shitload of balsa scrap that needs to hit the burn pile now. You got to sacrifice them to the bait building gods for better luck carving. Not Burns. He just takes them to the damn trash can. Balsa burns pretty quickly, I would imagine. I would imagine that stuff goes up like a damn Christmas tree. I didn't realize how fast those things burned. You blink lighting a Christmas tree on fire, and that son of a bitch is a damn toothpick. I remember we took a bunch up to our. I had it in my mind that I was like, oh, I'm gonna go make brush piles of these Christmas trees. And then I started thinking about putting Christmas trees in my boat, and I was like, I don't want like sap and bullshit all over my boat. So I just threw them in the burn pile and threw a match on them. Dude, it was like instant. And they were gone. Wow. Didn't expect that. Where's Travis Stearman when I need him so I can tell him a personal injury story? Travis likes my stories when I tell about injuring myself. When I was a kid doing dumb stuff. For instance, we had a barrel out back when I was a kid, and I didn't realize that I thought that gasoline, I didn't think the vapor was flammable. I thought it was the actual liquid was what lit. And I needed to burn something in this drum, so I like poured gasoline in it. I reached over there with a cigarette lighter, like a short one, and I was like, "Oh, I have to stick it down to the liquid to light it." Dude, I flicked that son of a bitch like this, like in the top of the barrel. Whoa, that was dumb. But I learned a very valuable lesson that day. Morgan's trying to get bonus points. He slid back over to the Graham so he could get on Burns' good side. Just think of all the baits we have, and you pass your kid's trash can the next day. Yeah, no shit. No shit. That's Morgan's trying to replace Eric. Morgan, do you have a name for your bass lab? Lesson learned the redneck way. That is right. That is right, Burns. I learned a valuable lesson that day. I got singed pretty good, dude. It like cooked my eyebrows and my eyelashes and hair, like sideburns, all my like hair right here that was like not in my hat. It's pretty good. I did fish the bait Saturday, but they weren't really on a crankbait. Only caught one cranking, and it was on like a Shad Rap little potato chip. That's a shame. Where's Eric to defend himself? Morgan's moving in. Morgan, I think we'll know it. I think we know it'll catch fish. So I'm with Burns on this. Prototyping test is not about catching fish. If you got a bait and you're trying to get an action out of it, you don't need to catch a fish to know that it's going to be the juice. Is it right or is it wrong? Tell us, Morgan. Did you fish it and did you say, this is it? I don't have to touch it. I nailed it. Morgan, losing the eyelashes and eyebrows is a telltale sign you were close. Yeah. Well, I mean, literally, my head was in a 55-gallon bucket that was full of gasoline that I struck a match in. I mean, that's going to get you. Like, head was in it. I need to know depth, action, float, and other key aspects. Yeah, tell him, Burns. Tell him, Burns. But I think doing dumb shit like that, you know, it wises you up for the future. So you might think twice before you do stuff. Just like the bean this morning, we were trying to get in the car to go to school, and she was running off. I said, "Don't run off! Don't run out there! Come get in the car." And she ran off, tripped on a stump, and or tripped on a tree root and like hit her leg, and she's like, "Ah!" I was like, "You know, you wouldn't have done that, right?" And she's like, "Huh?" I was like, "You know, you wouldn't have hurt your leg." She's like, "What?" I said, "You wouldn't have hurt your leg if you would have listened to me and come and gotten in the car." And it like you could see her brain like, I was like, "Do you think I just say this shit just because I like hearing myself talk?" No. But if you would have listened, your leg would not be injured. You'd be sitting happy as a pig in shit in your car seat, ready to go. But now you're whining about your leg, which was completely avoidable. All you have to do is listen to dear old dad. Morgan's smart. Best time when someone's around, it's like they got fired for the next 6 months. He got blamed for everything. Random question. I've had the same fly tying vise from Cabela's for some years now, starting to shit the bed while tying jigs. Any suggestions that are better? Anthony, I'm not the vice guy, because if you want to see my Vice, so I should probably go shopping with you. If you want to hold on for a few minutes and speak amongst yourselves before I get off of here, I will go show you what a shitty Vice looks like. I don't even have the screw, the little tension screw right here. This screw doesn't exist. Morgan says get a Peak rotary vise. Look at that. Spilled paint. Just a tad build of paint buildup. Yeah. Just a tad bit. Somehow it still works. It still tightens. But it really never moves that much. Kyle says he's got a Peak and it works good. So there you go. What's a Peak run? What is a Peak Vice run? We got 2 votes, Anthony, for a Peak. So if you've got 2 guys singing Peak, I would certainly put some stock into that. Just did a drop and hook at Yokohama Tire, and now I'm back on. Oh, nice. I need tires. New without looking, 150 to 200 full setup with a base. Ouch. That stings. That stings. I think the most I'd be looking at to spend on a Vice for what I would use would be maybe $50. What's that get me in the Vice world? A shitty Vice, or is it? Can I get a nice $50 Vice? Hell, Anthony, I'd get the same one you had if it lasted that long. It's kind of the same thing with me and boots. Marty needs a battery for his truck. Welcome to my world, Burns. I need everything. This sun granny is really beautiful. Really pretty. And I will say, if you think this is like a simple color, it certainly is. But the beauty of Sun Granny is in this paint, and it's not easy to find. So that is part of the magic of Sun Granny, is that bright, and it verges on green, like, but that's the color. That is the color. Sean, always, bro. Always. I'm about to have to go to the U.S. Post Office and drop this box off, but I'm still talking while I'm packaging up these plugs. I got 5 years out of an interstate. That's pretty impressive. I've never gotten, I don't think, 5 months out of an interstate. No, 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 Sean. This is a box for Epic Eric. The long-awaited Epic Shads. He's gonna pump them up and tell everybody, "Oh, the Epic Shads are coming," and keep them all for himself. Maybe release one. It's gonna be the teaser of all teasers. Everybody's gonna get hyped up for Epic Shad. Unfortunately, you'll have to stare at them for the rest of eternity on Monday nights, hanging behind him. And then everybody can spam him in the comments and say, "Hey, Eric, why don't you sell me one of those Epic Shads you got in the back?" Yeah, say, "I've only got a few." You can get White River kit for 45 to 65. That sounds good. Last I checked, the tires I want for my truck are $875 for a set. That's that doesn't seem terrible. I always buy used tires off Marketplace because my front end's all dicked up and my tires wear uneven, so I just buy like half worn out tires and just wear them out the rest of the way. And it gives me a good opportunity to try different tires to see what I like. I know what I don't like in a mud tire. The hardest, like I've run lots and lots and lots of mud terrain tires. And when I was in Austin, I had a set of Toyos MTs. Those son of a bitches were so rough, like they would knock your fillings in your teeth loose. Like I don't know that I've ever felt a harder tire. Like you'd hit a pothole or something, and you would think your whole truck was coming undone. And they're expensive. But those things, like those, to me, a Toyo MT is not a road friendly MT. Like a lot of mud tires are fine on the road. Like back in the day, the Bridgestone Dueler MT was the tire. Like when I was a kid, and Dueler MTs rode good on the road. They didn't ride that bad. They weren't crazy loud. They were just good mud tires. They lasted long enough. Those damn Toyos were awful. That's what I want, Kyle. I think my next ones are going to be the. I think my next ones are going to be the Ridge Grappler. I want to try those out. The Ridge Grappler. I did the Duratrax. Those were they rode pretty good. I feel like they wore out a lot faster than I was expecting them to, being a kind of that hybrid all-terrain style tread. Mine wore out really fast. Maybe it was just my driving style. I was kind of shocked at their wear. pattern, or not their pattern, but how quickly they wore. Goodyear Wrangler all-terrains. I think my dad has those right now. I think that's what he's running. Those are good tires. Well, I might have enough paper. I think I cut it. What are the odds of that, dude? Sometimes you just get lucky, I guess. So all those sheets of tissue paper, I just grabbed random amounts of sheets and cut them up into random amounts of slips. I have 2 pieces of paper left. 2 baits. That's pretty good. I remember you from Bass Boat Central. Yeah, Burns was on all those boards. Burns was big on the boards back in the day. Burns was famous on the boards. Cracked a rim. I have a friend that owns a rim shop. Kind of wrote stuff off. I got a Goodyear now. They've been on my truck probably 10 years. That's a lot. Lottery ticket after you hit the post. New rims and tires cost them $2,800. Ouch. You're right, Burns. I'm not making it to the post office by noon. Let's see if I can fit these baits all into this little 8x6x4 box. I've got till Monday. The box has to get there by Monday. I think Priority should do that. We'll see. Do I have any random stuffing I can use? I usually have bubble wrap laying around the floor. Oh, here, I'll take this. Somebody sent me a KGB. I'll take this KGB stuff. I'll take this KGB hair, put it in here. I don't think that's going to work. Let's see how many of these will fit. Yeah, I think. Tight squeeze. See if they all go. Maybe. This one. TK, don't do FedEx. You want me to FedEx the box? Damn. All right. Well, let me go to FedEx. Eric's not dicking around, dude. He's about to get the damn hella FedEx bill. Big Bass Man, Rebel Basser. I'm trying to think, because I was a lurker Rebel Basser on. I was a lurker on Bass Boat Central a lot, and I feel like screen names used to stick out to me. Like what was that one dude, 21XD, that had the bullet? He used to post a bunch of shit. But there was a bunch of people I would remember, like Big Bass Man. I feel like I remember seeing that. How many times have you driven that truck in the last 10 years? I probably put roughly 1,000 or so on it a year. Wow, that's impressive. Not a daily driver. I've got those I got those Iron Man MTs out there on my blue truck. Those look like pretty good tires. I wish I had them on my truck I drive all the time. All right. Well, I was going to go to the post office, but looks like now I'm going to FedEx. So I'll talk to you gentlemen next time. Eric, you want it? You need it there by Saturday? 21XD used to post on all the bait building sites. Yes, he did. Do you know who that guy was? Burns? He used to post a bunch of shit. He had lots of good tips. I remember, if I remember correctly. I think he was from Mississippi, or Tennessee, or somewhere up there. I can't remember, but there was a few. There was a few. I remember I got Saturday for the photo shoot. All right, Mike, I think is his name. Rebel Bastard, you'll probably find this entertaining. I got when I finally got brave enough to post like a bait picture on. I was from Cali. There was some dude I'm thinking about that was from Mississippi that used to post a bunch. But when I first got brave enough after lurking for years, after looking at these guys like post baits they'd painted and like custom shit, I was like, I'm gonna smoke these guys' ass. I'm gonna post this Burns bait that's like my Mona Lisa at the time. And I had seen lesser paint jobs get crowed over on the forum, and it's because the guys like knew each other, right? So they had a long relationship with each other, and one person that they know posts a picture and they're like, oh, hey, this looks awesome, and they all like congratulate the guy. Well, I didn't know anybody, so I posted my work, which I thought was up to at least what was being posted, if not better. And I posted it, and I think I got one comment, and some dude said, cool. I was like, cool? Cool? Fucking cool? It's like, I'm looking at this damn page, and this is cooler than any of this other shit you pencil dicks are painting. Where's the flood of comments? Where's what the hell? Like, only one guy thinks this is cool. So after that, I was like, I'll show you fucking dickheads cool. You think that's cool? Just wait till the next one. So I went down there to my little rat hole of a paint shop and started, I was like, fucking cool. I'll show you dickheads on BBC cool. And I started painting them. Yep. Guys just circle jerk fire emojis on each other's baits, pretty much. They didn't post much about my baits, but they sure did fill up my inbox with orders. Well, that's all you can, I guess that's all you can ask for, Burns. And they probably filled up your inbox asking how to do shit. Where's Rebel? Rebel Bastard, are you still there? I remember I've talked about this before, but my favorite thing to see back in the day was the good morning posts, where the dude would just say good morning, and then everybody would get in there and put their little steamy cup of coffee emoji, and there would be like 100 comments with the little coffee cup emoji that said morning. Dude, I used to get the biggest kick out of seeing those. But I guess that is a thing of the past. I don't know that people do that anymore. There you go. Casey's got his. They still do it. That's good to know. That is still good to know that people still doing the good morning posts. where they check in with everybody. Every post from here on out, I'm commenting cool. Not so much in the early days. It was mostly fishermen. Now everybody is a fucking bait builder. Yeah. Yep. Well, it started with paint. Like everybody was a painter. And now everybody's a painter and a builder. Building is the new painting of 2023 and 2022. Thank you for the coffee cup there, Jeremy. Morning. I'm sure it's morning somewhere. But all right, I'm going to FedEx for the Epic Man. Grocery getter only. Sorry, Burns. Painters dicked it up for all the builders out there, unfortunately. Yeah, all you guys, if y'all want batter ass paint jobs, next time I post a bait, just say, eh. Fucking A, Burns. You realize if it gets here tomorrow, I'm going to have to paint them tomorrow night, probably. The damn slave driver over there in Maryland is hammering my ass. Later, Jeremy. I hold up a damn YP Bagley match that Jim Bagley himself couldn't tell the difference in. Cool. Cool paint match, bro. Cool. Do you know how many shade variations there are of the color yellow? Need to get Marty Bird's level where I can tell people I can't do it. That's right. Oh, all right. No post office today. FedEx. Burns, it's all the same, bro. He's got to have the damn personal ones too. It's all the damn same. These are personal. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't take pictures of any of these. That's okay. Eric, I'll put it in Eric's hands to paint good pictures. Take good pictures, whatever. But surprised Eric didn't ask you to deliver them in person. Probably if I lived within a reasonable amount of time, that probably wouldn't be out of the question. Everyone's got screenshots. Oh. All right. Have to build more at some point. Yep. All right, Burnsy, have a good day at work. You other dudes, do the same. Off to FedEx. Be looking for the Bass Lab to sell you some shit. We'll see y'all next time. Later, Graham. Nice numbers on the gram today. Y'all go over to YouTube. It's better over there. Unless you're keeping Burns warm over here. See y'all. Ridgeline Roofing and Restoration, Chad Hall, providing assistance for this current storm. Call me. There you go. Later, dudes.